Welcome to Race on Oz GT7 Season 10 Division 2 race held at Laguna Seca. This is the first of 3 races to finish off the season in the United States. Today we have a new driver to the mix, Alex, who qualified in 8th today. Not a bad start out of 11 drivers to start his debut campaign with the Race on Oz crowd. Watching the race. When the lights go out, we'll be on our way, and it is go. It is go now. Moon looks like he's got a good start on everyone. Jumps Eccles and makes his way from 5th to 4th. So they head down into Andretti hairpin. It's side by side. It looks like rate of fire, a bit of a touch and shove there, but still manages to hold on to 3rd place. Dust flying up everywhere with Wiz. And down into turn number 3, they are all side by side. Sand is getting flung up everywhere around the place. We just keep watching this first lap and we'll see where things are going. As Snorxal leading Dash up to the Rahal straight. We're not on the Rahal straight yet until they get onto the kink. We've got Moon 4th, Wiz in 5th, Tolley 6th, getting challenged by Eccles into the corkscrew. We'll just watch this happen here as Eccles just makes his way through the corkscrew, relatively safe. Alex holding on 8th, Bob on 9th, TGT in 10th, followed by the clown of all clowns who slipped himself all the way to last place. Deep into lap number 2, coming up to the kink, which the Division 3 guys earlier this week were finding trouble through here. TGT, little wobble out on the dust, and the duck hits him as well to add insult to injury. And now TGT and the duck are now suffering embarrassing damage. Coming towards the end of lap number 2, and Bob is laying the challenge down to Alex, giving Alex a introduction of how tough we can get here at Race on Oz. The clean manoeuvres here by Bob. Bob gets around Alex at the Andretti hairpin and gets through. Wiz is now getting challenged by Tolley and Bob as they come around the last corner, and we've also got Alex in the mix here. You could throw, keep saying it, cliched, a blanket over these 4 cars quite easily. There is just millimetres between them all. Wiz looks for the dive up on the inside of Tolley, owning the apex. Bob around the outside. Alex sees the opportunity and takes the dive back up on Bob. Bob fighting back. Exciting stuff here. It's a matter of trading places here and going up into turn 4. It is really close in this group. Up through the Rahal straight. Tolley making big impressions here on Wiz. Wiz is a bit wide, just left the door slightly ajar. Tolley gets around, but Wiz takes the position back. Alex again, the opportunist, and gets around Tolley. This is exciting stuff from the debutant coming down. And we're only 4 laps into this 32-lap race. And what have we got here? Looks like somebody is out on the dirt. Might have been Alex got himself out in the dirt there. And the tyres, just like in the Div 3 race earlier on, the cars do not like getting dirty on this track. Further along in the race, lap number 7. And we've got Rain of Fire has just come off on the Rahal corner, again at the kink, and Dash gets around him. It's been troublesome for Div 3. It looks like Div 2 has got same sort of issues happening here on this track. Got Bob looking for a manoeuvre around Tolley as they come into the corkscrew. Brave manoeuvres here. Well, you see there, Tolley, mate, wheel squill there, but shallow through the end of the corkscrew, and Bob manages to get around Tolley. quite cleanly in the end, though the tyres are sort of arguing the point to say it didn't sound all that clean. Here with Eccles laying the charge down on Moon. Again, the corkscrew seems to be a favour passing spot for people. Eccles opting the outside route, probably overcooked a little bit, and Moon takes his position back. It's an interesting way of watching it, but it's exciting stuff. No one is punting the other one out into oblivion here, so it's good racing with the Division 2 guys here. Racing with the debutant here, he's getting harassed by the least favourite driver of the track. As well, maybe a little bit of pressures there. He's got out the dust, and the duck has gone up on the inside and beaten him to the corkscrew. Just a little low light as opposed to a highlight out in the dirt. Bob, just sand creates a mess, and we got here Bob perpendicular to the wall just before the last corner. Driver in second place, Dash Vanguard. It's really been a sleeper this round. It's a Div 3, ex-Div 3 driver. Maybe just a little bit off the track there, but at least manages to hold on. Understands that his tyres are dirty, and Dash lets Rain of Fire get around him. But Dash Vanguard is showing a great pace this season in this car. He's been a sleeper here and a very surprising leader to the pack. Now got here halfway through the race, and we've got the duck making the bravest and probably dumbest decision to try and overtake. Hits the sausage curb, hits Tolley. Very bad driving there by the duck. And luckily enough, Tolley doesn't lose the position out of that, doesn't hurt him. But now we've got Alex creeping up, so the duck should know better to do that. Gaining up the track again as we head into Rahal. This time the duck doesn't decide to take it, doesn't need to. Tolley's looks like he's hit the outside dust there, and the duck gets around, and we got Alex getting around. Tolley again, no, just holds back, but Tolley overcooks it ever so much, and sorry about that, Alex. You get around. Alex makes a clean manoeuvre around Tolley. Just watching Tolley again just after that manoeuvre. Maybe a little bit rattled. He's gone into the pits. His tyres are probably all but given up. Hence why he's going to the pits, as we're entering the pit window for virtually the whole field. All drivers have had a pit, and we've got Rain of Fire, the driver in position, just out on the dirt on Rahal. And as you can quite easily see, it's very easy to turn the car off if you get a bit too much dirt, and he's just skittled down. He's lost 5 position, 6 positions, 7 positions in just that one little mishap. It shows how close this crew is in Division 2. Just watching Rain of Fire chase down TGT. Rain of Fire's got fresh tyres and manages to get around TGT, which I'll just confirm with everyone else. Nope, Rain of Fire out in the dirt again. This time manages to hold the car, but just not his day at the moment. Eccles heading up into the corkscrew, lays the brakes on, and just maybe a little bit of wobble the car, gets out of shape, but he manages to catch it, but it's cost him speed and a position as TGT gets around him. But, I dare say TGT's probably needs to pit soon. His tyres are shot to pieces. Speaking of which, TGT goes into the pits. Rain of Fire, apparently, according to team radios, he's retiring. The car is just not behaving for him. Best to park it down and fight another day. Watching Bob make a good sprint up around the outside on the Rahal corner, and they're side by side into the corkscrew. Alex maybe just holding back a little bit, knowing that the corkscrew can send both drivers into a mess, and it's just let Bob make it way through. Things are sort of heating up towards the end of the race. It's now 2 laps to go. All that filler in between this time and before. We've now got TGT closing in on Tolley. They're sending up through turn 4. And, oh, TGT, big manoeuvre around Tolley. Tolley may have just lost a little bit of tail end grip. And good manoeuvre there by TGT to get around him. Moves up to 7th spot. We'll just watch Tolley in the background. Goes through the kink. And we'll just... Well, he goes through fairly well. But his notes were he ate a bit too much sausages. So that might have been the manoeuvre earlier on with TGT getting around him. Now, I'm going to have to give credit where credit's due. Snorxal is leading the race up in the first position in this final lap. And he's got eternity between himself and second place Dash Vanguard. So, Snorxal, 3rd or 4th race for him in this division of a 7 race series. And looks like he's going to take home his 2nd win in a row. We can see Dash Vanguard in 2nd has got a bit of a buffer on Moon. Don't know if Evil Moon will be able to do anything else to that. But if Dash holds this position, he'll be leading the championship for sure. Wiz, who's in 4th. It's not a good camera shot. Here we go. Wiz coming through in 4th position. Eccles has made his way up to 5th. Yeah, we don't care about him. TGT, after his early issues in the race, has climbed and clawed himself up into 7th. I was going to say sausage eater. It's probably not a good PC way of saying it, but the guy who's eaten a bit too much food on the side of the road is in 8th. Bob, who's probably had a better time of it, a few crashes, in 9th. Alex makes his way through in 10th. We have here Snorxal coming around the final corner for the final time as he makes his way through, wins the race. The 2nd time this season, comes through in 1st. Dash holds on to 2nd place fairly comfortably in the end to Evil Moon, who comes in 3rd place. So it makes up the podium. Wiz, not too far behind, 4th position. Coming around the corner, we got Eccles in 5th. He crosses the line in 5th. We're watching paint dry as this guy crosses the line. TGT making his way up, fighting off Tolley's late challenge, and gets through in 7th place. Tolley in 8th. Alex, debutant for the series, finishes in 9th to get debut points for the season. Good work for Alex to come 8th, 9th. Bob, bit of a rough race for him, makes in 10th. Right, these are the results of the race. I hope to see you guys next week. There'll be a super sprint round at Trial Mountain, and they are always interesting to watch. Big track, long straights, should be a lot of overtaking and not too many crashes. I'd like to thank Half-Byte for the intro graphics, and Dash and Tolley, they gave me a handful of their highlights. Guys who do racing this, don't forget if you'd like to put highlights into this race that you've attended, I will inject it into these videos. So every little piece helps. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.